morning, how are you on this fine Monday morning? It's Julie here from Fruci Fit. Thought I'd just drop in just to quickly catch up with you, partly because over the weekend I was reflecting on, we've got the Boris's announcement today, and what does the future look like, and it got me thinking about when we reopen, the number of sessions that I'll be doing on a day-to-day basis will increase, because hopefully at some point we'll be back in our private members studio. And I was just reflecting on how will I cope with going from half the number of sessions that I'm doing now to doubling up and doing twice as many. Is my fitness up to that level? And it got me thinking about all these things. And I just suddenly thought, it's simple. I'll just go back to the habits that I had when I joined Fruci Fit. When I joined Fruci Fit and I came on the program because I wanted to get fitter, you follow this same principles, very simple, very basic. You embed habits in the areas of food, fitness and focus. And it was interesting because, the cynics that are out there are bound to be asking, or maybe even some of the ladies on the program, if I embed these habits, are they really going to last? Are they still going to be there and I can draw on them? Or is this just going to be a fad? It's going to be a fad and you develop all these great habits and then life takes over and the habits just diminish, disappear, like the sunset going over the horizon. Remember those days of sunsets? And it got me thinking, because it was interesting that, I'm having those thoughts at the weekend of, I need to get fitter, which actually is the same thing that ladies that come onto the program say, I need to get fitter, I need to eat better. Exactly the same thing that the ladies might say coming on the program. And the difference is I immediately went to, I just need to focus back in on food, fitness and focus, just make sure all those habits, all those ways that I developed are all working to the best that they can be. Am I eating nutritionally great food? Am I doing fitness on a regular basis and slowly ramping that up in order to increase my fitness? Am I drinking plenty of water? Am I getting plenty of sleep? Simple things that, let's face it, we all know that we have to do these things. But sometimes we just don't focus in on them and just make sure that they're operating as they should. And it was really interesting that the habits that I have, I just picked them back up again and thought I really need to get some 110% focus on this. It doesn't mean to say I haven't been focused and I haven't been doing them. It's just I've been casually doing them. Whereas now I need to be really focused and doing them. So I think if there's anyone out there that's thinking, I'm doing this or I'm thinking of doing this, and you talk about lots of habits, but actually once you leave the program or life takes over, do the habits actually truly last? And the answer is yes, they do. Absolutely they do. And are the tools in the toolbox that you can dip into at any time? Absolutely. I know exactly what works for me and I can just pick that up and just run with it. And I just thought, I had to drop in here and just reassure folks that if they're in that place of, am I really, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to get those habits in place, but are they actually going to last? The answer is yes. So, anyway, that was like a massive tangent off over the hillside. Not that you can see the hillside today because it's a little on the cloudy side. So we've had our back to basics session this morning. I usually like to drop in here, just give a quick update on that, only because for me, back to basics is really important. Back to basics is about breaking exercises down so that anybody can do them anytime, any place, anyone. And this morning we focused on leg raises. So leg raises, ordinarily, you can do those on the floor, and if you're going to do the full Monty, you might be down here in a plank position, raising that leg up and back down, up and back down. And there'll be people out there watching today that will go, there's no way I can do that. Really? I can't do that. I can't even get on the floor. Absolutely. Totally get that. So what you can do is you can either grab a wall or you can grab a chair. So you can grab a chair, you can stand and do exactly the same exercise. So same principles. Your back is up straight, your shoulders are up, your hands are on the back of the chair or they're on the wall, whichever you choose to do. And you're going to bring that leg back and forward. Bring that leg back and forward. So it's exactly the same. It's working exactly the same muscles in the backs of your leg, in your butt. Same considerations, not to overarch your back when you do it. And then you can switch to the other leg and do it there. And the same with side leg raises. Side leg raises, you can ordinarily, you're doing them on the floor, you're doing them here. So you can do them on lifting up on a plank. Let's just move that chair out the way. So you're lifting up onto a side plank and you can be doing a leg raise here. But equally, you can be doing it here. But then there'll be people that will be saying, I can't get to the floor. So you just simply grab a chair, grab a wall, keeping everything straight, and then just raising that leg to the side, raising that leg to the side. Again, it's still working the same muscles. It just means you don't have to get onto the floor to do it. So that's a quick insight into the back to basics this morning. But primarily this morning, I just wanted to talk about those habits. Habits do last. Once you've embedded them, it's like making a cup of tea. How many of us, when we go and make a cup of tea, go, right, now I need to get the kettle, I need to fill that up, I need to plug that in, I need to switch that on, I need to get a tea bag. We don't do that, do we? We think, I'm dying of thirst, I need a cuppa, and we go and do it. And once you've embedded habits, that's what it becomes like. Just sometimes you just need to go back and revisit them, a bit like when you're making a cup of tea. You know, you quickly make your cup of tea and then you look at it and think, oh, I should have left that tea bag in there slightly longer. And it's just the same with the habits. It's just about going back and improving and making sure those habits are the best that they can be when you need to have them as the best that they can be. So that's a real tangent this morning about habits, back to basics. Whatever you're doing today, make it a good one. If you've got any questions you want to ask about the programme, then drop us a message above, below, whichever way it is. Anyway, you have a good day today. You take care now. Bye.